Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Michael here with Wildlife X Team, and in today's video we're going to be talking about where do all of the insects go in winter. Now, this is one of the best parts of winter, in my humble opinion, is the fact that there aren't insects everywhere to bite you and nag you. Look, I love the heat about summer, but constantly having to put on bug spray and hope that you won't get bit can be pretty frustrating. So earlier this year, I was also attacked by over 30 wasps, which I'll put in the description below. So I'm welcoming a change in the temperature to avoid these pesky insects. So anyways, what actually does happen to all of the insects in the winter? You see, insects are not able to regulate their body temperature or create warmth like us humans. So if they stay in the colder climate, they will freeze up and usually die. For example, ants will lose their ability to move around effectively. They will literally, even if it's not frozen outside, they will not be able to move themselves so well. We actually experienced something similar to this. For example, if you've been out in very cold weather with your hands without any gloves on, you may have noticed that it's a little bit more difficult to move your fingers as well as you can in the summer. I'm actually a piano player, and keeping my hands warm was always very important in the winter because if my hands got cold, playing the piano became rather difficult. So, what happens to all of the insects? There are a few different things that happen. First, some of the insects will migrate. So birds will do this and they will flock to the south in the winter in order to stay warm, and many insects will actually do this as well as a method of surviving. The second way that insects will survive is through hibernation. Many insects will actually bury themselves in underground, they'll hide in tree trunks, go under rocks, and just lay dormant until they can survive again in the winter. In fact, sometimes they're even going in between people's walls or in their attics or whatever, and they literally just lay around there. For example, ant colonies will seal their colony so they won't be able to get out anymore, and they will all just hang out underground, and it'll get so cold that sometimes it'll be impossible for them to move even if they wanted to. So they literally just lay around there waiting until it's summer. Another way that insects will survive the winter is by laying eggs, larvae, etc., and they will essentially just wait to have these hatch until the winter. And the reason for this is because the eggs require much less energy to survive than a live insect, of course, and so very often they can just lay these and just kind of wait around. Some insects will even try to live indoors. However, insects don't have that long of a lifespan, so even if some insects try to go inside of your home, it's very unlikely that they will make a colony or whatever. Instead, worst case scenario, there's maybe a few insects flying around, they die off after a couple weeks maximum. A lot of these insects have very, very quick lifespans, so they will pass away, and that's what happens to the rest of them, is they just kind of die away. Now, there are some insects which produce something kind of like an antifreeze. We're not going to be talking so much about those insects in this video, but there are some insects which have the ability to survive some ridiculously cold temperatures. However, they're extremely rare, and even then, they're not running around looking for food. They're not flying around and enjoying the winter at all. Again, the main ways that insects are going to survive through the winter is by hibernation, so they essentially go to sleep. The other is migration, so going south. And the third one would be laying eggs, larvae, etc. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave it in the comment section below. If you think that you might have an insect problem or wildlife issue or home restoration needed, give us a call at 855-WILDLIFE, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you later. Bye.
They're out there looking for a home, and they found one. Yours. They want that cozy place in your attic or under your foundation. Give them enough time, and you'll be paying big bucks to fix their damage. Wildlife X Team specializes in removal and prevention of wildlife infestation, responsibly and professionally. Wildlife X Team has earned the top-rated award from Home Advisors because they're experts at what they do. Just one call, and they're gone. 855-WILDLIFE or wildlifexteam.com.